We're in Texas, and we've got the RX plug-in hybrid.
How would you describe this? Yep.
Some good power, good acceleration.
All right, we're in the RX450h Plus, and the Plus means it's a plug-in hybrid. We've been waiting to drive this one. We've driven the RX with the hybrid max system. Now we've got the plug-in. And this is great, Andrea.
Yeah, why?
But it's expensive.
Oh, it's expensive. We're going to get into the price later on, but let's get into the powertrain. It is a 2.5-liter four-cylinder with Lexus hybrid drive. It's matched to an ECVT and gets a combined 304 horsepower. It has 60 kilometers, 37 miles of EV range, standard all-wheel drive.
So this is only sold with one trim. As I mentioned, it's spendy. Comes with a lot of stuff. Let's get into the key standard features.
The 450h Plus comes with a 7-inch driver display, a 14-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a wireless charger, a panoramic view monitor, panoramic sunroof, head-up display, the 21-speaker Mark Levinson audio system, heated leather-wrapped steering wheel, 10-way powered heated and ventilated front seats with memory, semi-aniline leather seats, ventilated and heated rear seats, and a powered tailgate with kick sensor. In the US, the panoramic view monitor and the Mark Levinson audio system are not standard, but are available in a package or as an option.
So you do get a lot of stuff. You're spending a lot. We'll get to the price later, but you do get a lot of stuff. And it also comes with a very special setting. What are we going to put it in, Andrea?
You got to put it in S for subscribe. And if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our videos drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, the couple car review, twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
So make sure you like and subscribe, but also follow along on Instagram. It's Motormouth_Andrea to see what's going on behind the scenes. For me, it's Motormouth_Auto, and the links are below the like button. One word to describe this, how would you describe it?
Refined.
Well, I was going to say smooth.
It's smooth, refined.
That's 2 words.
Quiet.
3 words.
I'm going to use 3, okay?
Okay, there you go.
I am just really impressed with the way that this handles. It feels like the cabin is very insulated. We have it in pure EV mode right now. The power feels pretty good. It handles really well.
You know what's nice about this is you have so many things going on at the same time. You have the availability of an already very good 4-cylinder engine, all right? And you get the extra electrification. And even when the battery is depleted, the battery isn't really depleted. There's still all that extra punch. If you put your foot into it, Andrea. If you put your foot into it, everything wakes up.
It wakes up.
And then you've got all that power. But you lift off, Andrea, and now you're saving gas. That's all good stuff.
And then it gets quieter and smoother. And I think most people are going to drive this in the city. They're going to try and stay within that EV range daily. And you are going to get excellent fuel economy. We've got that coming up in our vital stats. Now, another thing is, if you do want to charge the battery while using the engine, you can do that. You can also save all of your EV range for a later time, or you can just drive it in hybrid mode.
You know what I think with all these plugins, Andrea? Leave it alone. This has got
Zach
so much.
says that.
I'm telling people all the time with plugins. This is my theory anyway. Some people like try to manipulate it to what they think is the best. There's big brains in Japan who developed all of this stuff, and the brain power of the computers is let the computer figure it out. That's what I say.
Well, the way I look at it with a plug-in hybrid, I would prefer to stay within that daily range, so then I don't even need to go to a gas station, because I come home, I charge up my vehicle, and it's always ready for me for my next trip.
All right, so we don't have to spend a lot of time on the outside because the RX has been out for over a year now, and it's really grown on me. At first with the grill, we were all like, what's that all about? But you know what the interesting thing, and I've been saying this for years, when you first see a new vehicle, you're like, I don't get it. But once you see it on the road, it just becomes part of the vehicular landscape. And now you just go, yeah, that's the new RX. And you know what? I kind of like it.
Yeah, we see a lot of these in Vancouver. And I got to tell you, they're going with the top trims in Vancouver. I love this green. that we're driving today. This has a nice low, wide stance. It gets 8.1 inches of ground clearance, and it has a sleek design to it. This plug-in hybrid comes standard with triple beam LED headlamps, LED fog lamps, LED rear combination lamps, power folding and reverse auto tilting exterior mirrors, silver painted roof rails, 21-inch performance alloy wheels, and a tire repair kit.
And the same thing, copy and paste from the regular models of the RX to this one. As we went through with the key standard features, they loaded it up. One thing that's particularly nice, and if you don't get this plug-in version and you're looking at an RX, if you can spring for the Mark Levinson sound system, it is kind of worth it. It's a very, very good audio system. But the rest of the interior is like the other models that they sell.
Yeah, this has got a real driver-focused cockpit. I really like how they've tilted the screen towards the driver. I've become a really big fan of the Lexus shifter. Some think it's a little bit quirky because of the way you have to shift, but I actually like it. Storage in here is pretty good, and I think anyone who owns this RX plug-in hybrid is really going to be impressed once again with just how quiet the cabin is.
So Andrea, I just looked over there at the instrument cluster. It's not a full screen instrument cluster. Like at this price point, if you get a German car, it's a full 12.3 inch, or they have the dual panel, sort of single panel look. That looks kind of cheap for the price of this car.
Totally agree with that. The TX has an available 12.3-inch digital driver display. At this price point, this needs it as an extra special feature.
So as we mentioned, just one trim in Canada. In the US, they do it slightly differently.
Yeah, in the US, you do have to add packages to this trim to get some extra features, like the panoramic view monitor, digital key, and digital rear view mirror.
So the nice thing about the RX, even though it's a mid-size utility, it's kind of an in-betweener. So you do get a lot of space for a 2-row, 5-passenger vehicle. Here's me getting in the back seat. You get plenty of legroom, pretty good headroom. The seats recline as well. This is a comfortable vehicle, and you can see the luxury.
Comparing the Lexus RX to other plug-in hybrids like the Volvo XC60 Recharge, the RX gets 41.4 inches of front row legroom, which is about the same as the Volvo. Second row legroom at 37.4 inches is about half an inch less than the XC60.
And then you lift the power lift gate, same thing. A nice sized vehicle, quite a bit of storage space. How does it compare? Space
behind the second row at 29.6 cubic feet is more than the Volvo, but overall cargo space at 46.2 cubic feet falls a little short to the XC60.
And just like that, Zork is behind the wheel. I got to tell you, I think this feels quality. That's another word you could use to describe this. Smooth, quiet, refined, quality. It has a quality feel.
You're going to be impressed when you get in this and drive it.
Now, that comes with a price, so we kind of teased it. We're going to get into all of that in our vital stats.
Let's start with pricing. In Canada, it starts at just over $90,000, and in the US, just over $70,000.
This RX plug-in hybrid gets 2.8 liters equivalent per 100 kilometers. That's 83 miles per gallon equivalent when it's charged. With the battery depleted, it's 6.5 liters per 100 kilometers in the city, 7.1 on the highway. That's 36 miles per gallon city, 33 miles per gallon highway.
This PHEV has an 18.1 kilowatt hour battery and comes with a 6.6 kilowatt onboard charger. You can charge the battery with a level 2 charger in about 2.5 hours. The RX is not compatible with a DC fast charger.
Towing capacity is limited to 3,500 pounds, and the warranty is 4 years, 80,000 kilometers, or 50,000 miles. In the United States, you get complimentary maintenance for 1 year, or 10,000 miles. So the good thing is, in the luxury space, there are plug-ins available. What else can you buy?
For your consideration, 4 vehicles for you to consider.
Up first is the BMW X5 plug-in hybrid with a 3-liter turbocharged inline-6, a combined 483 horsepower, and 64 kilometers, 40 miles of EV range. It has a starting price over $90,000.
The Mercedes-Benz GLE 450e with a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 381 horsepower, with 77 kilometers or 48 miles of range. It has a starting price just over $90,000.
The Lexus NX plug-in hybrid with a 2.5-liter four-cylinder and Lexus hybrid drive, a combined 304 horsepower and 61 kilometers, 37 miles of range. It starts at just over $63,000.
The Volvo XC60 with the T8 plug-in hybrid powertrain. It has a combined 455 horsepower, but 58 kilometers or 36 miles of range, and a starting price of $65,500.
So there are 4 luxury plug-in hybrids for you to consider.
Lightning round, 2 things we like, 2 things we'd like to see improved.
I really like how smooth and sophisticated this feels.
I'm going with quality.
I'd love to see a few more trims added to this plug-in hybrid to make it a little bit more affordable.
That's what I was going to say. Offer more than one trim.
Great minds think alike, Zach.
Get the price down.
Yeah.
Or idiots seldom differ. That's the line. Or you decide.
If it's in your budget, you're going to really like this RX plug-in hybrid.
Quality.